Penn State head coach Pat Chambers set to address the media as the Nittany Lions look to build on a great run in last year's Big Ten tournament.
Stage. Start with an opening statement. Open it up for questions.
Good morning. I believe our program is gaining some momentum. You know, we're going to build off of last year, winning 3 out of our last 4. I think we have a nice mixture of seniors and young guys with Brandon Taylor, Donovan Jack, Devin Foster, and Jordan Dickerson, with a very dynamic freshman class. So I'm excited about the potential and the possibilities of this group. No, there's no DJ Newbill. No, there's no Tim Frazier. We're really going to have to share the ball. We're really going to have to work inside out. And why I say we have momentum, I mentioned that dynamic freshman class, and then we have one following it up. So our staff's worked really hard over the last 4 years. It's been a long process. It's been long. But we've stuck to our guns and worked hard and diligently and did things the right way. So we have 2 really good classes, one in and one coming in. We're playing 2 games in Rec Hall this year. We're playing in the Gavitt games, and we're playing a game in Madison Square Garden. So things that our program is saying, we're here. We're here. Basketball lives here, and we're ready to take those necessary steps to for success and something that's really built to last. So I look forward to the upcoming season with the legendary Danny Earl and VMI on November 14th.
Thank you, Coach. This time, please raise your hand if you have any questions. Let's go front, second aisle.
You mentioned a mix of scores possibly, and maybe a more balanced. Will it be a more balanced team this year, do you think? And just who do you see, maybe not filling the shoes of DJ Newbill, but being a guy who can fill that scoring void?
Yeah. How you doing, Shannon? Good to see you. You know, I think Brandon Taylor's ready to take that torch. He's ready to step up. He's worked really hard in the offseason, changing his body, working on his versatility. Wants to get to the free throw line much more. Shot very consistent down the stretch last year, making some threes. I think Shep Garner, starting every game last year, will find some consistency in his sophomore year, really shooting the ball extremely well. But I look forward to Julian Moore and Jordan Dickerson and Donovan Jack. We're really big. We're 7'1", 6'11", 6'10", 6'9", 6'8". It's the biggest team we've had in a long time here at Penn State, especially in my tenure. So we really got to put the ball inside, put the ball in the paint, and hope for positive results, either with dunks or layups or at least getting to the free throw line.
Coach, front row on the aisle on the left.
Hi, Pat. A lot of the coaches so far have been asked about the rule changes and kind of what you're expecting out of the season. I wonder, with the amount of changes and just some of the tweaks, did you do anything different to educate players or adjust practices or work on anything? Just because there were a lot of different ones, not just the shot clock. Yeah, I mean, we started in July. Usually in July, I do more skill than anything. We did 1 day of skill and 1 day of 5-on-5 and started working with a really short clock. We started working with 20 seconds. Some days we work with 10 seconds, and we'll continue to do that because there's going to be more possessions. And unfortunately, there's going to be more bad shots. And we're, you know, I think the critical thing is talking to a bunch of coaches throughout the last 6 months is you're going to need a guy who's going to need to make that shot within the last 5 seconds. And I think that's a critical piece, whether it's your post player or a guard getting to his go-to move to be successful at a short clock. The next thing you're working on is those timeouts. You know, coaches love to call timeouts. We love screaming. Now the players pretty much have to call those timeouts. And we've reached out to some NBA people about the arm bar. We want to make sure we're teaching it properly and doing the right things. So there are a couple of things that I'm working on. I don't think the 5-second ball handling is really a major factor for the way we play and some of the teams in our league. So, but it's definitely been a point of emphasis here in the beginning of the season.
Got time for one more question for Coach. Let's go all the way in the back of the room, standing up.
Hi, Coach. You mentioned having a mixture of older guys and newer guys. What have you seen from the older guys in trying to blend those younger guys in and, getting them kind of into the mix of the program?
Yeah, their leadership everybody's concerned about who's that one guy who's going to be your leader. Well, sometimes that's not the best thing for your team. It's better to have 4 or 5 guys, and we do have a leadership council. So those guys are doing a great job of owning the locker room and teaching these guys how we do things at Penn State, how hard we have to play, your approach every single day, whether it's in the weight room, on the court, or in the classroom. These guys are making sacrifices early and often, and they're teaching the young guys about, setting the table for a great routine. I think if you can get into a good routine early on, your academics will thrive. You'll be great in the weight room, great on the court, and you'll like the outcome. So they're teaching them about just the daily schedule, because it is a process. And of course, we bring up the Big Ten and how difficult it is and how hard you have to play and how hard you have to compete. So everything we do is competition, and our leaders and our seniors are doing a great job.
Coach, thank you very much. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.